What is up, CMS Braves? Coming to you live from my room in Kansas City because I'm quarantined.
Because the situation is the boss, is why.
The situation is the boss. And the only thing I can do, I think, is kind of have a light heart about it. This is a very serious situation, but I deal with serious situations with humor. So that's just how I cope with it. Not a good deal. A lot of us 8th graders are quarantined, and 7th graders, as you guys probably all know by now, which we're going to do everything that we can do to follow the rules and all that stuff. That means that the next till the 23rd, you're going to be contacting me via Zoom or email. And honestly, for a lot of you, the same way you have been this whole school year. So shouldn't change too much if anything for you guys. Just I will be answering your Zoom calls and your emails from this spot where I am sitting right now. Mr. Congleton is still at school, carrying the load on those broad shoulders. Mr. Congleton, how you feeling today?
That's right. I'm feeling great. Feeling good. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be 85 degrees and windy. So really kind of like the last hot day of the fall, I guess, because it's going to be a lot cooler starting tomorrow. Cold front coming in. I'll be the weatherman today is what it looks like. But, enjoy your time out there, and should be a beautiful day today.
All right. Yeah. So the last 2 days we have done the mind maps for the major battles in the Civil War. Some of you guys have turned that in. Some of you guys have shared that with me.
Revolutionary War.
Oh, what did I say?
Civil War.
Yeah, the Revolutionary War. Woo! All right. Yes, definitely the Revolutionary War. The Civil War we will get to at the end of the school year. So that's kind of on the back end. So we'll get there, though. So hopefully you guys, though, learned some cool stuff about that. What I was saying is I've seen some of your guys' mind maps. Remember, you don't need to submit that every time, because if you submit it, you can't edit it again. If you have submitted it, NBD, just go and unsubmit it. Or if you just want to unsubmit it every time, because some of you guys are told, I get it. You're like, oh, but it says I'm missing something in Google Classroom. That's fine. I want to submit it and unsubmit it. Just be aware of that. But they've looked cool. The ones that I've gotten have looked really neat. So great job. Hats off to you guys that have gotten that turned in. If you have not gotten that turned in, reminder, Mr. Congleton, are we grading that one this week?
Yes, we are.
We are going to be grading it. So that's going to be a grade in the grade book. If you have a 0 on that, it's because you didn't do it. So make sure you get that one turned in. Mr. Congleton, what are we starting with, though, the next 2 days?
The next 2 days. And, really, you have Friday and the weekend. So you have quite a few days to work on this next project. We're going to do a little research on some of the people that signed the Declaration of Independence. They were declaring their independence from Britain, okay, from Great Britain, from England, King George III, the Parliament, all that stuff. So basically, we are going to be our own 13 states now. We're going to be our own country. We're going to form together, and we do not need to be controlled by another country, especially one that's across the Atlantic Ocean, thousands of miles away. So we are able, we have the resources, we have the manpower, the brain power to set up our own country. Okay, so 56 people signed the Declaration of Independence. They're committing treason, like I said before. So you're making, this is a big deal, right? This is not something that was something to be taken lightly. Okay, so we're going to learn about a few of those people. So you have, I think there's a couple names that we want you to look at, and then you can choose any of the other people that you want. And Mr. Stack alluded to the fact that a lot of these guys have very interesting stories that you don't necessarily read about in the textbooks. Okay, so you can research those. Some of them have very cool names. Edmund Randolph, right? There's an example. Very interesting names. So choose the ones that sound cool to you. Do the research, put some pictures down. And just like the maps, when you're supposed to research those locations, these people, look up a couple different websites and read as much as you can about each person.
Yeah, and I would suggest, getting to know some of those lesser known names. It is pretty cool. There is like John Hancock. We talked about him already. Super well known guy. You probably learn stuff about him just by being alive in America. He's got some interesting stuff, but there are some more cool guys on that list that are interesting to learn about. So dive into that and do that. Mr. Collington, do we have anything else for today? I mean, I think that's it.
I think
We'll
so.
get that
Make sure you guys are using your time and get these things done. You essentially have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to get these 2 assignments finished. And then, like we always say, if you're missing something, go to Skyward and see specifically those 4 or 5 assignments we put in and email us when you get those done, because we want you to be successful this school year.
Yep. And again, good job, guys, on that. We said it yesterday that, or Monday, whatever it was, that please email us when you're missing something. I got a lot of emails yesterday, and I got a lot of grades updated. Okay. And you guys will, I think you're realizing it's painless to do that. Just send us a quick email, quick, polite email. And my rule is when I see the email, as soon as I open it, I put it in the grade book, because that's how I operate. Because if I look at it, I'll forget about it. So if you get me an email shot off, it'll be in the grade book within the next 24 hours. All right. And if it's not, send us another email, just a reminder. Okay? That's your guys' responsibility if it's late. Okay. But we want to help you. We want you to be successful, but you got to help us help you. All right. So keep it up, guys. Those your efforts are not going unnoticed. All right. We're seeing how hard you're working. I know some of your teachers are getting pretty frustrated with just the situation, and how tough this can be. But if you're out there thinking, gosh, all I'm doing is getting hammered every single day by my teachers, doing everything I'm supposed to do, we see you. Okay, you're doing a great job. I'll give one person a shout out, and he's on the football team. He's someone at the beginning of the school year. I didn't know about this guy, but Braylon Casey, dude, killing it, doing a great job, getting everything turned in. Every time I check in with him, he's got all of his stuff turned in. And he's honestly, he's got free time. Okay. I'll go back in and check with him, and he'll be doing something, music or whatever. Like, Brandon, you got everything turned in? And he's like, yeah, got it all turned in. Straight A's, doing great, killing it. Okay. So, and there's a lot more Brandon Casey's out there. There's a lot of you guys that are doing a great job. Mr. Collington, do you want to give anybody a shout out?
Put me on the spot.
Nobody's doing a great job on your team, huh? Must be the teacher.
We've got some great students. Turns out I don't know half these people. Right.
I do have the advantage of having a lot of these guys in football, so I know a lot of them pretty well.
I mean, I'll just say, just out of my advisory group, Katie Jones, Autumn Graves, just doing awesome. Right. There's just 2. I mean, I don't want to leave anybody out, but we'll do some more shout outs throughout the weeks. But those 2 have been putting in a nice effort. Good job.
Yep. Great job, guys. And there's a lot of you guys doing a good job. So keep it up. And until next time, be excellent to each other.